Next up is the Tecnifibre TF Select 15mm, and this one has quietly become one of the most consistent performers in my bag. It's not a paddle that screams for attention with power or spin, but that's part of the appeal. It's controlled, composed, and confidence-inspiring, especially if your game is built around precision, resets, and smarter play. This is a thermoformed all-court paddle with a 15mm core, a bit thinner than many of the current control-focused builds, which typically land around 16mm. But the TF Select plays more like a 16mm in terms of softness and touch, which makes its performance all the more impressive. That slightly slimmer core gives it a quicker response and more direct feel without giving up the plushness or comfort you'd expect from a control paddle. The surface is a coarse peel-ply texture, and while the spin numbers don't land in the elite tier, the 2,165 RPM is more than enough to shape your shots. It grips well, especially on topspin drives and drips. It's not going to rip the ball like some of the True Foam or Yola paddles out there, but it's easy to trust and it delivers consistently. From a spec standpoint, the swing weight comes in at 116.5 with a twist weight of 6.75 and a static weight of 8.18 ounces. The balance point is 23.4 centimeters, which keeps it feeling quick and responsive in hand. It's agile without being too fast and stable enough to hold up against pace. That combo made it really easy to get comfortable with, especially in hands battles and counters, where I wasn't worried about getting beat just because the paddle couldn't keep up. Serve speed clocked in at 55.5 miles per hour, which falls in the 53rd percentile, and punch volleys came in at 35.5 miles per hour, which falls in the 32nd percentile. Those aren't standout power numbers, but they reflect the TF Select's identity. It's not trying to blow the ball past anyone. What it does offer is control-first power. You can swing out and still place the ball with accuracy. And when you pull up short for resets or touch shots, it doesn't overreact or send the ball flying. It plays composed. The feel is soft, but not too soft, especially for a 15mm paddle. It reminds me of the Pickleball Apes Pulse paddles in how it blends plushness with a connected feel and response. You still feel the ball and impact is quiet and clean, which makes it easier to stay locked in point after point. Sweet spot performance is solid with a twist weight of 6.75. You get a good amount of forgiveness. Not the widest sweet spot I've ever played, but definitely playable and predictable. Mishits aren't punished harshly unless they're way off, and even then, the paddle holds up surprisingly well even for a 15mm build.